My question is to the Premier. Yesterday, this Liberal government said students who decide to withdraw from college because of the strike will receive a full tuition refund. This has created confusion for students about whether they have to withdraw from college completely or just from the semester. Students have lives outside of class. They may work full-time. They may have kids. They need to know whether getting a tuition refund and restarting the semester in January is an option. Speaker, can this government assure college students that they can withdraw from the semester, get a full tuition refund, and be guaranteed a fresh start in January?
Minister of Advanced Education and Skills Development.
Minister of Advanced Education and Skills Development.
Well, thank you, Speaker. And talking to students, understanding what issues they were facing, and getting a tuition refund, Speaker, was an important priority for students, and that's why I was very pleased to announce that students who withdraw as a result of the strike are entitled to a tuition refund, Speaker. This is, I think that's fair. In fact, it goes above and beyond what many considered to be fair, Speaker. To answer the member opposite's question, if students, this applies to students who withdraw. They, of course, can come back. Not every college program has a January re-entry, Speaker, so it will depend on the program and the college.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. For a student going to college anywhere in Ontario, but especially in Toronto, a $500 hardship rebate doesn't even cover a month's rent. Add rent onto additional childcare costs, lost hours of work, textbooks that may barely be used, penalties for cancelling flights home, and the many other...
The Minister of Indigenous Relations and Reconciliation is warned. Finish, please.
And the many other out-of-pocket expenses that students have incurred over the last 5 weeks, and $500 becomes more of a joke than a solution for some students. Speaker, why is this Premier not offering effective help for Ontario college students?
Thank you, Minister.
Well, Speaker, I have to say this is a rather bizarre question coming from a party that rejected every opportunity to get students back to school more quickly. In fact, that's the party, Speaker, who said if they had been in power, the strike would go on as long as it took, Speaker. So that's a pretty bizarre question to now be concerned about students' expenses when last week, Speaker, they were not concerned about students one little bit. Right.
Final supplementary.
Speaker, $500 is not nearly enough to compensate students for what they have lost during the 5-week strike. And for some, cramming 5 weeks of missed content into 2 weeks is just not possible. Imagine a busy working mom going to college part-time to get a better life, balancing kids and a 9-to-5 job. She hardly had enough time for coursework before the 5-week strike, and now, with the holidays approaching, the Premier is asking her to find even more time to cram 5 weeks of learning into 2. Instead of creating more confusion and chaos for students, why isn't this Liberal government offering a program that actually responds to the financial hardships, the personal realities, and the emotional stress that students have experienced over the last 5 weeks?
Thank you. Minister.
Well, Speaker, I absolutely acknowledge the stress that students have been experiencing during the stress and will continue. We are very happy students are back at work today, and we are stepping up to support them as they do complete their semester. So, Speaker, every college has established a dedicated fund to support students for additional costs that they incur as a result of the strike, Speaker. For many students, those courses will go into January. There will be additional costs borne by students, and this fund has been established. In certain circumstances, colleges have discretion to grant more than that. Speaker, in addition, students currently receiving OSAP will be extended to help them if the course goes longer, if the program goes longer into January, Speaker. And thirdly, we very much want to support students to complete their semester, but those who choose to withdraw will have a full tuition refund.